Lily hummed along to the soft jazz playing in her cozy Manhattan bakery. The afternoon sun poured through the windows, casting a golden glow over the rustic wooden tables and the delicious pastries neatly arranged on the shelves. Known for her perfect pastries and warm smiles, Lily loved the daily hustle of serving her regulars, each of whom had become like family. But today was different. As she wiped the counter, her eyes caught sight of an unusual wooden crate placed right beside the display case. It was old and sturdy, with her name, Lily, scrawled across it in faded ink. Curiosity sparked in her eyes. How had this crate ended up here? And more importantly, what was inside? Lily's heart quickened as she ran her fingers over the faded ink on the crate. It felt like a puzzle waiting to be solved. She carefully pried open the lid, revealing an assortment of vintage teapots nestled inside. Each teapot was unique, adorned with intricate designs, hinting at tales from a bygone era. Tucked among them were handwritten notes, delicate and yellowed with age. As she unfolded the first note, the familiar handwriting struck a chord. Her grandmother's elegant script. The note spoke of a time when each teapot was gifted to her grandmother by friends from distant places, each one carrying a story. Lily's excitement grew. These were more than just teapots. They were pieces of her family's history. But why had they been sent to her now? As Lily read through the notes, she felt a sense of wonder and nostalgia. Each note hinted at a different chapter in her grandmother's life, stories she had never heard before. One note described a teapot from Paris, a gift from a dear friend who taught her grandmother the art of French baking. Another told of a teapot brought back from a journey to the Orient, a reminder of a trip that inspired her grandmother's love for tea. Yet, there were cryptic references too, mentions of missing teapots and unexplained gaps in the stories. Lily's mind buzzed with questions. Could these missing pieces reveal more about her grandmother's life? She decided to follow the clues, her curiosity driving her forward. The journey was just beginning. Clutching a teapot and a particularly intriguing note, Lily stepped out into the vibrant Manhattan streets. The city buzzed around her, taxis honking and people rushing by, but she was lost in thought. The note mentioned a quaint vintage shop nearby, a place her grandmother often visited. It seemed like the perfect starting point. As she navigated the bustling streets, Lily marveled at how little she knew of her grandmother's adventures. Her heart swelled with anticipation and a touch of nervous excitement. Would the shopkeeper remember her grandmother? And what secrets might the shop hold about the missing teapots? The city felt different today, as if it held hidden stories waiting to unfold. The vintage shop was a treasure trove of history, its shelves brimming with antiques and curiosities. A bell tinkled as Lily entered, and the shopkeeper, an elderly gentleman with twinkling eyes, greeted her warmly. She showed him the note and teapot, explaining her quest. To her delight, he remembered her grandmother well. "Ah, yes," he said. "She was quite the storyteller." He pointed Lily to a shelf lined with more teapots, each with its own tale. The shopkeeper shared anecdotes about her grandmother's visits and the friends she always spoke of. Yet, one teapot was missing, a rare design her grandmother often admired but never acquired. The shopkeeper offered to help Lily track it down, suggesting a few leads to follow. Lily felt a thrill of adventure. The journey was more intriguing than she had imagined. Sitting at a small cafe table outside the vintage shop, Lily brewed a cup of tea using her grandmother's teapot. The aroma was comforting, wrapping her in memories she didn't know she had. As she sipped, she reviewed the new clues the shopkeeper had shared. Each lead was like a breadcrumb, guiding her deeper into her grandmother's world. One clue pointed to an old friend living nearby, another to a quaint tea room in the heart of the city. Lily's mind raced with possibilities. What connections lay hidden in these places? With renewed determination, she planned her next steps. It was as if her grandmother had left her a trail of stories, each one waiting to be uncovered. The tea room was a haven of elegance, with vintage decor and soft lighting casting a warm glow. As Lily stepped inside, the gentle hum of conversation enveloped her. She held her grandmother's teapot close, feeling its comforting weight in her hands. A group of women, seated at a nearby table, noticed her arrival and exchanged knowing glances. One of them smiled and beckoned Lily over. They introduced themselves as friends of her grandmother, delighted to meet her granddaughter at last. They shared stories of her grandmother's visits, recounting tales of laughter and adventure. Each story was like a piece of a puzzle, fitting perfectly into the picture Lily was assembling. She felt a growing sense of belonging, as if she were part of a legacy that spanned generations. Surrounded by her grandmother's friends, Lily felt an overwhelming sense of joy and connection. The women shared anecdotes about their youthful escapades, their laughter echoing through the tea room. Each story painted a vibrant picture of her grandmother's life, filled with adventure and friendship. The women spoke of the missing teapot, a rare piece her grandmother had admired but never owned. They suggested it might be found at an upcoming auction, a gathering of collectors and enthusiasts. Lily's heart swelled with gratitude for these newfound connections and the stories they shared. It was as if her grandmother were guiding her, weaving a tapestry of memories and love. Lily promised to return, eager to continue exploring her grandmother's legacy. The auction house buzzed with excitement, rows of chairs filled with collectors and enthusiasts. Lily sat among them, clutching her grandmother's teapot like a talisman. The air was thick with anticipation as the auctioneer took his place. Lily's heart raced as she scanned the items on display, her eyes seeking the elusive teapot her grandmother had admired. As the bidding began, Lily felt the thrill of possibility. Each item represented a story, a connection to the past. When the teapot finally appeared, its intricate design gleaming under the lights, Lily held her breath. She raised her hand, heart pounding in her chest. The bidding was fierce, but Lily was determined. This teapot was more than just a piece. It was a link to her grandmother, a cherished memory waiting to become part of her story. Triumphant, Lily held the newly acquired teapot, her heart soaring with emotion. As the auction house began to empty, fellow attendees congratulated her on her successful bid. It felt like the culmination of a journey, a quest her grandmother had set in motion. This teapot, with its delicate design and rich history, was a symbol of everything Lily had discovered about her family and herself. It was a reminder of the connections between past and present, of the stories that bound generations together. As she left the auction house, Lily felt a sense of fulfillment and peace. She carried with her not just a teapot, but a legacy, a tapestry of memories and love that would continue to inspire her. Back in her cozy bakery, Lily sat at a table, sipping tea from the newly acquired teapot. The familiar aroma of fresh pastries and the gentle hum of conversation enveloped her in a comforting embrace. As she reflected on her journey, Lily felt a deep sense of gratitude. The unexpected crate had led her on an adventure of discovery and connection, revealing stories she would cherish forever. She had learned the value of history, of the bonds that linked her to her grandmother and the generations before her. The teapot sat proudly among her collection, a testament to the legacy of love and stories. Lily smiled, her heart full. The journey had been unexpected, but it was exactly what she needed. In the heart of her bakery, surrounded by smiling customers, Lily felt a profound sense of joy and fulfillment. The sunlight streamed in, casting a golden glow over the bustling scene. Her journey had brought her closer to her grandmother, to the stories and connections that enriched her life. As she served her customers, Lily realized that the bakery was more than just a place of business. It was a community, a space where stories were shared and cherished. She had discovered the unexpected beauty in life's mysteries, the joy of uncovering stories that linked past and present. With a heart full of gratitude, Lily knew this was only the beginning of many more adventures. As the bakery quieted down for the evening, Lily took a moment to reflect on the day. The warm lights bathed the interior in a serene glow, casting gentle shadows over the teapot collection. Each piece was a reminder of her journey, a story, an adventure, a connection. Lily felt grateful for the unexpected crate that had led her to discover more about her grandmother and herself. She had learned to appreciate the beauty in life's unexpected twists, the joy of uncovering stories that enriched her soul. With a heart full of gratitude, Lily knew that every day held the potential for new discoveries and connections. The journey was ongoing, and she was ready for whatever came next,